What's up, guys? I'm laughing because I haven't seen this photo for a while that you're about to see, and you're gonna love it. It's one of my progress photos. Actually, it was the very first progress photo I took in the gym when I was probably 14 years old, and I thought I was just jacked. So I'm going to share that with you guys now. It's a part of the video that we're talking about today. By the way, guys, as always, if you haven't gone to my website, muscularstrength.com, and entered your email here, make sure you do, because every single week I shoot out free information. I got thousands of articles on my website, free videos for you guys to learn from, like this one here, where we're going to be going over 5 things every beginner lifter should know. You guys would have already seen this article if you were signed up to my email list. It's totally free, so make sure you sign up for it. But there's a gem. There's a gem in this article. I'm gonna show you right now. It's me when I was 15 years old taking my first progress photos at Gold's Gym Methuen. For those of you who don't know, I started working in a gym when I was 14, and I was basically doing maintenance every Saturday for 3 hours for a free membership, so I could go there and work out. And it was cool because all the guys at the gym, like, they took me under their wing and taught me how to train. But this is my first progress photo, and I have a sign in a back somewhere as well. I just don't know where it is. I'll find it later. But dude, this is Scotty Herman at 14 years old. So what is that? 26 years ago, because I just turned 40. Looked pretty good, I was very happy with my progress, and to this day, I still have that same level of dedication. I still love going to the gym. I still love training, and I hope a lot of you all who are either in your journey or just starting your journey have that same passion and continue to follow it, because truly, if you make fitness a part of your lifestyle, you're much happier, right? Having a functioning body your entire life is a really good thing. And honestly, that's why I preach so much about staying natural. I mean, if you're going to go into the fitness industry and you're going to compete and make it your entire life, I understand. At the end of the day, that's the only way you're going to be a top competitor. Like, if you guys really believe that natural shows have natural athletes in them, you need to wake up. But, if you guys can take care of your bodies, you can make fitness a part of your lifestyle. And even with that, like, you don't have to train every single day. Like, you don't have to kill yourself. It's literally finding what works for you and being consistent with it. You guys can maintain a level of fitness your entire lives that you might not think is possible. But let's just jump right into this article right here. 5 things every beginner lifter should know. Don't let your muscle building potential go to waste. Now, one thing I want to say before we dive into this video, and this paragraph right here talks a little bit about it. Why do beginners have so many problems? Like, you have to set expectations, right? And it's really hard to set expectations in the world today because there's so much misinformation out there. And there's so many people saying so many different things that it's hard to figure out, like, what the truth is. The truth of the matter is this. It takes time to build the body of your dreams. If you're overweight, it takes time to lose the fat. If you're really skinny, it takes time to build muscle, okay? But if you stick with it and you do it properly, you can build the physique that's relatively easy to maintain as you get older and your life gets a bit more hectic and you can't train as long and as hard as you used to be able to when you were in your early 20s or your teenage years, okay? It's all about consistency. So let's focus on the first thing, which is establish a foundation by focusing on compound movements. Like, if you're going to the gym right now and your time is limited, you should be focusing on the compound movements first, always. Because the compound movements, the reason why it's called compound is because it involves multiple muscle groups in order to make that exercise work, right? So that's like your barbell bench press, your deadlifts, your squats, your bent over rows, right? These are exercises that are going to involve multiple muscle groups in order to make that exercise happen, which means that your exercise selection doesn't have to include so many exercises, so many reps, and so many sets. And I talk a lot about this in particular because I do have programs on my websites that you guys can try for free. This one right here, Guaranteed Gains, this program, out of all my programs that I have, it is the easiest program to follow, whether you're a beginner or you're short on time. And that's what it does. It focuses solely on making sure you're going to the gym, you're hitting your compound movements, and you're moving on. So if you don't have a program right now, or you need to switch things up, go to my website, muscularstrength.com, sign up for free, and try this program. It's totally free to use. Let's go back to the article, though. So focus on compound movements, and then number 2 goes right into number 1, which is proper form, okay? Full range of motion is vital for muscle growth. Now, there are instances where doing half reps can be beneficial to you in terms of gaining muscle and strength, all right? But the 99% of the time when you guys are training, you need to be focusing on full range of motion, okay? There are people out there that like to spread misinformation that, oh, well, I'm keeping tension on the muscle by stopping at 3/4. Shut your mouth, okay? Just shut your mouth. You're stopping 3/4 because you want to lift heavier weights for that range of motion, okay? Start doing full range of motion, because any range of motion that you do not train in, you will always be the weakest in. In fact, most people get injured because they're training with like half reps or 3/4 reps, and they're getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And now you get to a point to where you're super strong in that 3/4 range of motion, and that one day you happen to go full range, you're hitting your body at a point to where it's never experienced that kind of heavy load before, and that's when you snap your shit up, okay? In fact, my massage therapist, Tony, you guys see me all the time. I have like the cupping bruises on me, right? He works on me. The cupping is actually the last part of the treatment when he works on me. He does like the massage, the scraping. He gets in there deep and breaks up scar tissue. Then the cupping is like the last thing that he does. But he tells me all the time that for my age, at 40 years old, that I have like my muscles, the shape that they're in is the best that he's ever seen. And he works on a lot of athletes. He works on a lot of WWE competitors. And he said probably the reason why I have the mobility that I have is because I always train in full range of motion, because it's kind of like you're getting a stretch at the same time, especially when you're doing exercises like a bench and you bring the bar all the way down to your chest, right? You're stretching everything. When you do a squat and you go ass to grass, you're getting a nice stretch in your lower body as well on those muscles while you're training them. So there's a lot of reasons why you should do full range of motion. The biggest being for me has always been, I don't ever just want to be weak. Like for people, and this is probably a fun example for you guys, right? You see people like shoulder press all the time. Hey, let me go to the full range of my full video here. People shoulder press and they stop here and they're always like pressing like this. And they go, oh, if I go all the way down my shoulder, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, work on your mobility then. But you're shoulder pressing like this. Like if I was out in the wilderness and I don't know, like something heavy fell on me. Maybe I'm rock climbing and something fell on me, or maybe I'm in my kitchen and somehow there's like an earthquake and the refrigerator falls on me. I don't know, bookcase or something. I just make up weird scenarios in my head. Well, if I catch it here, I'm good because I do this all the time at the gym. But if I catch it there, I'm going to snap my shit up because I've never experienced heavy weight pushing things off of my chest from this position, right? I mean, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe you guys don't think that way. That's how I think. I always do full range of motion. And there's Baby Scott. Even Baby Scott did full range of motion in those days. Number 3, don't underestimate your rest days. This is important for a few different reasons, right? Number 1, obviously, you need time to recover, right? You need to give your body time to recover so you can hit the gym harder the next time that you go. A few things to keep in mind, though, on your rest days. And when you choose your rest days, I try to rest like 2 days a week, right? I do a 5-day bodybuilding split when I do my training. And so I train Monday through Friday. I take the weekends off. And on the weekends, maybe I'll do like abs and some cardio. And then by Monday, I'm ready to go again. But some people have this misconception that when they're doing their rest days, they need to eat less food because they're not expending energy. Well, on your rest days, your body is still recovering, it's still repairing, it still needs the same amount of food. So do not lower your calories on your rest days. And if you're feeling like, let's say you have the same workout schedule as me, and every Monday you're feeling sluggish and low on energy, you don't know why, it's probably because you reduced your calories too much on the weekend, thinking it was a rest day, and you didn't need them. Also, something to keep in mind, and I talk about this a lot in my nuclei overload training videos. After a while of training, 3 months, 4 months max, right, doing the same program, which is totally fine, you might find that like not only are the workouts getting easier, you might not be progressing as much, and you're not feeling as sore. It's then time to take a full like 12 to 14 days off from the gym. And I mean like off. Maybe you do some stuff at home, some light cardio, some push-ups, some pull-ups, like just to get the blood flowing. But like you take those 12 to 14 days off, and what that's going to do is going to resensitize your muscles to muscle damage. A good example of this is, and I'm sure this has happened to every single one of you watching my video right now, you work out consistently for a long period of time, then something happens, maybe you go on vacation, work gets crazy, school gets crazy, something happens and you just can't go to the gym for like 2 to 3 weeks or something like that. And then you go back to the gym, you go back to the same routine, and you do your workout, and then the next day you're just like so insanely sore, and you haven't felt that kind of soreness in a long time, and you're wondering, I do this workout all the time, why am I so sore? Because you resensitized your muscles to muscle damage. And that is the only way that you can try to force your muscles to create more nuclei to hold more mass. So not only are rest days important, but time off after 3 to 4 months for like 12 to 14 days is very important as well. So if you're watching this video right now and you can't remember the last time you took 2 weeks off, you know what you're doing starting today or tomorrow. Or maybe like the weekend. We'll see what happens. Number 4, nutrition is just as important as training, if not more. I kind of already covered this, right? For those of you who have a hard time with your meal plan, on my website, I do have a custom meal planner. If you go there and you sign up, you can have access to it for free. You literally type in your age, your height, your weight, and your goal, and it'll prepare meals for you and show you exactly how to eat. There's thousands of meal plans to choose from. On the article itself, there's a link right here that you can click and go to it. So I'll make sure to post the link to this article down in the info section below. But guys, if your meal plan is not in order, make sure it is, and make sure you're still eating that meal plan on your days off. And number 5, I kind of touched on this a little bit in the beginning. Building muscle and transforming your body takes time, okay? Like, it's so important that you guys build this foundation, especially in the beginning of your fitness journey, because that foundation is going to be how you look at training for the rest of your life. And I'll give you an example, right? There's a lot of young guys that go to my gym that I can tell they jumped on gear like right away. Maybe they trained a month or two, but like it's so easy to get SARMs, it's so easy to get tren and all the other crap that they're putting in their bodies, and they jump on shit like that. And I see them explode in like a week, and I'm just like, cool, right? And it's not even just like the damage to the body and the internal organs, and all the other things, like all the other complications that can come with jumping on gear. It's a mental thing. If you don't know what it's like to push your body through a plateau, or if you don't know what it's like to overcome your limits naturally, also too, like, when you first start training, you need to figure out what program works best for you. The same program's not going to provide the same results for everyone. That's why on my website, I have multiple types of programs. I have a 5-day bodybuilding split, which I absolutely love. I have full body evolution, which is an upper-lower split. I have cheat and recover, which is like an overall muscle building workout that incorporates doing like really heavy lifting followed by some recovery repetitions. I'm not going to get into that right now. You can read about it here. Then there's also push-pull legs, right, which is another way to train. I would say these 3 ways are the most common ways to train: push-pull legs, full body, or a 5-day bodybuilding split. You have to see what works best for you. And a lot of ways you're going to figure out the best thing that works for you is by trying it and having to push through plateaus while also trying that workout program. And I guess if you just don't know how to build the foundation on your own, When you stop taking gear, you don't know what you're going to have to fall back to in order to make the most gains. Guys, like, fitness should be something that's fun and that you work on, right? Like, you're not going to the gym to get your gains as fast as possible. Like, you have time. You have your entire life ahead of you to make gains and then to maintain those and to figure out how fitness can fit into your lifestyle as a teenager, going to school, in college, while you're dating, while you're starting a family, while you're building a career. That's a process that takes time. And you can make phenomenal gains just by keeping a consistent schedule. So, hope you guys enjoyed the workout. Please be sure to like and comment down below. And as always, every article that I discuss in my videos is posted down in that info section so you guys can check it out. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next video.